In this video, I'll give you a quick overview of the new SQL Server integration in RTVS. Let's first open up a sample query. Sample queries exist in the form of .SQL files that are now part of your project. When you add a .SQL file to your project, which you can easily do by right-clicking, selecting Add New Item, you'll see that a SQL query is one of the new items that you can add to your project. Once you have a query inside of your project, you can now connect to your database. By clicking on the Connect button, you bring up the connection dialog. I can select the database that I want to access on my machine and wire up this query window to that database. I can select the code that I want to run, click on the Execute button, and you can see the results of my query appearing below. I can even do things like show the query execution plan inside of the execution runs. When I run this, once again, I can now see the query execution plan that was used to generate the result set. This is extremely useful when you're trying to optimize the query that you are writing. Another feature that we have inside of RTVS is the ability to quickly add a database connection to your R project. This allows you to easily work with the code with a database from your R code. So if you come over here, you can click on the Add Database Connection command. And here we can say this is the server that I want to access. This is the database within that server that I want to access. And when I click on OK or Test Connection, I can validate that the connection is valid. When I click OK, this generates the connection string inside of the settings.r file, and you can see here that it has generated a new connection string for me. So from within my R code, I now have the ability to execute SQL queries. First I have to go source the settings.r file, and then I can now access the RODBC connection, pass in the database connection string to establish my connection to my database. Once I have the connection, I can define a SQL statement and go issue a query. Once I've seen the query, I can come back here quickly to look at my Variable Explorer, and I can click on the table view and I can see the result of that query, which is the number of rows that are present inside of that table.